Ron Goodall, FightHype.com. I'm here with Brandon Figueroa, who makes his ring return on February 1st, T-Mobile Arena on Amazon Prime pay-per-view. He'll be defending his WBC title against Stephen Fulton in a rematch. First and foremost, I'm sure you've been asked a million times, but how excited are you to get this rematch underneath?
Man, it's been 3 years in the making, 4 years now. Just a matter of time. And like I said, I already knew whenever this fight was gonna be made, it was gonna be bigger and better than the last fight. So definitely, yeah. My only loss is Stephen Fulton, so I'm ready to get in there with him and get my leg back, as I say. And just not only that, but just give fans an amazing fight once again, fight of the year candidate. And like I said, I'm all action. He loves fighting as well, so it's gonna be an action packed fight.
The first time you fought, and I know this doesn't really play a factor, but like when it comes to like the betting odds, you were kind of a significant underdog, and going into this fight, it seems like the everything's changed. You became the favorite on, a lot of these betting sites and stuff like that. Why do you think that, if you have an ideology of why that you're viewed in this case the victor?
I mean, maybe because of just the opponents that I face at 126 compared to him, and yeah, I mean, I think just me beating Maxao, me beating Castro, me beating Jesse Magdaleno, and me trying to challenge Rey Vargas and him not wanting to fight. I guess it looks better on me, as they say. But like I said, I don't take nothing away from Fulton. Even in his last performance against Castro, I don't take nothing away from him. Every fighter uh fights different every fight, and every fighter ignites a different fire every fight. So I know I make him better the same way he makes me better as a fighter. So I know him. He's gonna prepare, uh, uh, you know, hard for this fight because he knows the way I fight. He knows that I come to fight. He knows that I don't bullshit. I don't mess around in the ring. So he has no choice but to take this fight seriously compared to, like I said, I don't know if he took Castro seriously or not. But yeah, I'm just very excited to get back in there and do what I do.
You fought Castro as well, and you essentially, in my opinion, dominated him. And so when he did face Castro, I guess people were shocked that he did get dropped. Do you think it could be a combination of maybe inactivity, the Inoue loss, or just not being acclimated in the weight? What outside of the style, because you kind of answered it already, but um, do you think it plays a little factor going into you, or is it just purely just not the same motivation?
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, yeah, everything you said does play a factor. Him moving up, his loss, and then him getting dropped by Castro, someone that I dominated in 6 rounds or 7 rounds. So yeah, I mean, it is gonna play a factor in his head, knowing that the opponent that he struggled with and got dropped by, I blew by him. So like I said, I still don't take nothing away from him. I'm coming with this. I'm coming to this fight, hungry, prepared, 110%. So I'm not underestimating him at all. I never underestimated any of my opponents. Because I know every opponent is dangerous with given an opportunity. So yeah, I just get ready to the best of my ability, and I over prepare if I have to, just in case. You just never know in boxing. You just never know. So you always have to prepare for the unexpected and be over prepared.
Going into this fight, he's kind of compared it as like a Floyd Maidana rematch, where the first one was, a lot of action, and then he feels that in this case he needs to separate himself, more. He's recognized that a lot of people have kind of doubted him in this rematch, and you've shown a lot of respect, and kind of he's saying that he has to remind people of who he is, and you obviously,
Mhm.
taking the first fight, it's the same case like this. I know that people think you're a one-dimensional fighter because you are aggressive and you like to fight, but everyone talks about they make the adjustments. Clearly, the adjustments will be made on your end. Is it potentially a little bit of just like maybe, I think you mentioned it before, not smothering punches, or even maybe you showing boxing opposed to just being the aggressor?
Yes, of course. Like I have to evolve. I can't just fight the same fight. I can't be the same fighter that I was several years ago. I have to keep evolving, keep bettering my style, keep just getting sharper. I just gotta keep evolving, especially like I said, if I wanna fight these top level guys, I wanna fight these championship level guys, like the Inoues, like the Stephen Fultons, the champions in my weight class. I have to fight different. I have to keep evolving. I have to get better, and if I had to showcase a little bit of boxing, a little bit of head movement, a little bit of footwork, I'll do it. I'll do it, especially because I want to do that. I want to evolve as a fighter, and I want to become a complete fighter. I want to be able to do it all, fight lefty, righty, box a little bit, pressure fight on the inside, also work really well on the body. So it's a combination of a lot of things that I've been working on, especially for this fight. He thinks I'm gonna just come forward, uh, like a one-dimensional fighter, but that's where I want him to think that. I want him to think that I'm gonna just bulldoze him and come forward because he's gonna get ready for that style. But when I show him a little different a little difference in my style, I feel like that's gonna play a big factor.
I know everyone's clearly going to be watching this fight in kind of a measuring stick of you and Inoue because Neri essentially dropped Inoue, but Inoue dominated. It happens in boxing. You
Mhm.
dominated Neri across the board, and so in this case, Inoue dominate Fulton. You dominate Fulton. This, I mean, it's kind of almost like you guys names are going to be dropped, just synonymous everywhere. So
Yeah.
do you feel that not just making a statement, but potentially even having like a maybe a knockout, that's the goal, you and Inoue?
Yes, of course. I like I said, I have to go out there and make a statement, especially like I said, if I want the big fights and I want the top level guys, I gotta go out there and make a statement. I gotta go out there and make some noise and show people that I'm not one to mess with. So that's what I want to portray. That's what I want to give to the fans. Is the fact that I'm here to stay, man. I'm here to be one of the greats. I'm here to be one of the best fighters in the planet, and I have to do so by beating these world level guys, in great fashion. I got to do what I got to do in the ring. Got to showcase a little bit of everything, and do what I do best, which is just fight. Fight, and pressure, and showcase a little bit of every skill that I've been working on, and just make myself look good out there. Showcase my skills, and like I said, hopefully potentially land that fight.
You know, um, obviously, the Inoue fight is it's going to be compared. There's going to be a lot of Inoue fans. They're going to be comparing your performance from 122, obviously, at 126. In this case, what's so different from 126 than your, 122 career?
Just the power that I bring to 126 is just different. Like I said, I'm a big 122 pounder, and I'm a big 126 pounder. So yeah, like I said, it's just different. I just feel more confident in myself and my skills, and the power's there. So I'm definitely come fight night. I'm gonna be very strong. We're gonna be very explosive, and I feel like a lot of people are gonna be surprised at the things that I've been working on and the things that I've been trying to improve on so that I can become a complete fighter. So yeah, it's gonna be a mix of different things, but like I said, the same fighter is always there.
Hmm.
Forward fighter, a pressure fighter, exciting fighter, volume puncher, body snatcher. Whatever title you give me, it's still gonna be there, but it's just gonna be, little traces of different things that I'm gonna be showcasing just to, improve my style better.
It's funny because I was thinking body snatcher, so you put that in there. My last two set of questions is, I know originally you wanted to fight Ray Vargas, and it didn't materialize. There's a kid underneath, Shushu Carrington. I know you're chasing the big fights, but mandatory defenses may happen, and he's highly
Mhm.
ranked. Is that a potential a fight that, because I think he mentioned out there that he would like to fight you, and I know that at some point, a title defense will probably have to happen if you stay. So, what do you think about that?
Man, like I said, I'm here to fight anyone. I'm not scared of anyone. I'll fight whoever they put in front of me, whoever wants to make the big fights happen, exciting fights happen. I don't shy away from anyone. that's what makes me, I feel like, as they say, a traditional fighter. Because I don't back down. I never said no to a fight. Never said no to a fighter. Every fight that has been presented to me, I've always said yes. And we had the opportunity now. Uh, like I said, I've been wanting to fight Vargas for the longest time. I've been calling him out. Been pushing for that fight for years now, and it never materialized. So, like I said, I don't care. Like I said, I just want to fight the best of the best, and I want to keep fighting these top level guys. Whether it's Stephen Fulton, the guys that I at the 126 pound belt holders, the mandatories. I don't care. I just want to fight, man. I love fighting so much, and especially against, like I said, top level opposition. That those guys are gonna make me better as well. So I just gonna keep going out there and keep proving to everyone and to myself that uh I'm the best 126 pounder.
What do you think about that matchup? Because essentially you're like the big dog, you be the guy giving him an opportunity and kind of like, shedding light saying, hey, this kid's good, or you're not ready, for a guy like me who's a high volume puncher, been in the ring with multiple world champions, hard hitting punchers, slick defensive fighters. I mean, you've kind of been in there with them all. So is
Mhm.
that a style matchup that interests you, because he's gonna
I'm
kind of box and move a little bit and maybe even bang?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, any style of fighting is welcomed. Like you said, I fought almost every style, and yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't care. I'll fight anyone. I've always said that. I've always said that in an interview. I've always, uh, even to Al Heyman, my managers, I've always said, hey, if there's an opportunity and it aligns well, and the money's there, I mean, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Like I said, I'm not scared of anyone, and if I can give fans a great show, I'll do it.
Awesome. Well, Brandon, I don't want to take too much of your time. For the fans that's tuning in, watching, either they're flying out to Vegas, your co-main, on a pay-per-view, Amazon Prime card. I mean, it's amazing, right? Underneath David Benavidez versus David Morrell, or it's in both cases, show up or show out on Amazon.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell the fans that'll be tuning in on this epic rematch that I know a lot of fight fans have been waiting for years to finally happen?
Yes, expect a great night of boxing, elite level boxing, world class level boxing. I feel like this is the card that will make anyone a fan of boxing, just because of the level of opposition, the risk factor. Man, there's just so much at stake. This card. There's a lot of great fighters on the card as well on the undercard. But I'm more excited for the co-main event and main event as well. As that's the reason why people are going to tune in and pull up. It's going to be amazing, man. It's going to be an action-packed fight, high level night of boxing. And if you're not a fan of boxing, you're going to become a fan. And then if you are, you're going to love it even more, because I feel like this is real boxing. I feel like this is real boxing. So I can't wait for myself to witness it and be there live and bask in all the glory of that night. But it's gonna be amazing. I know it. So thank you everyone. Thank you for this interview, and big shout out to everyone for being a fan and following me.